Okay, first of all, I don't recommend anyone actually do this. Whether you're sick with COVID or any other disease or virus, illness, sickness for that matter. And yes, I'm going to say COVID in this video because I'm not making any money from my videos on YouTube. This is purely as a hobby. Alright, so yeah, I got COVID. My symptoms started about 2 days ago and I did the RAT test. And yeah, I got COVID. Now, the main reason why I'm doing these workouts here is simply for the fact that I'd rather just test the waters a little bit, not overly strain or stress myself, but just do enough. So it keeps my back, my hips, my legs, my core, everything healthy. And it's better than sitting on my ass all day or sleeping all day. I've slept enough. Couldn't sleep last night and I've basically slept throughout the entire day. Anyway, so yeah, we start off with some RDLs, or stiff-legged deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts. The reason I'm doing these is weightlifting is a very quad-dominant sport. Everything really takes place in the frontal plane almost. And I wanted to do an exercise that loads the hips more than anything. Hips and lower back especially. I don't really do, your standard conventional deadlifts anymore because weightlifting doesn't really require it. Okay, next up we have the straight-legged sit-up, or as I like to call them, the psoas sit-up. I actually got these from the legend, the one and only Ivan Juric, I should say, on YouTube, the guy who does squat every day. He did these for his psoas and for his hip flexors, and I figured I'll start doing them as well. They definitely work the core, but I feel more of the strain in my hip flexors and just my psoas' ability to be able to raise my torso like that. Just incorporate a few twists here just for the heck of it. Yeah, so I do these along with just like planks and usually just like Stuart McGill's big 3 for core stability. All right, we have a seated good morning. Now, I don't have a GHD. I could have done good mornings like with a bar, but I like this exercise because it's a good starting point if you wanted to try good mornings. I've seen the knees over toes guy do these or recommend them for people who haven't done many like hip hinge or lower back exercises, and it works really well. Then when I finish those reps, I just go into like a plate deadlift. Now, it's very imperative that you're bracing your core here. Like, I'm feeling this mostly in my core once I progress to the plate deadlift, which is kind of strange, but I mean, one thing I've learnt doing this stuff over 10, 11, 12 years is that just because one exercise says it targets one area, like your quads, your hamstrings, this, biceps, triceps, it doesn't mean that it just targets that area. Alright, so before you saw this like a split squat on my left leg, I particularly do it on my left leg to balance things out. I'm always landing with my right foot or right leg forward when I do a split jerk, so that's just to balance things out. These are plate front squats. Honestly, I don't know why I did these. These are just to kind of like reinforce that movement when I drop into the clean. And then we have just like a muscle snatch complex, very lightweight, just the bar, and then I went up to 30 kilos. It's a good little complex. I got this from Gabriel Sincrarian. He's a Romanian weightlifter. You might have seen him on YouTube. This is kind of almost like a bastardized version of a complex, but weightlifting is something you can easily forget if you don't do it often enough. So even just doing these little exercises, these drills with the bar, helps. Obviously can't do any heavy clean and jerking, heavy snatching, heavy squatting. I probably could try, but I just don't know how my body is going to react with that with COVID. Feeling a bit run down, so yeah, anyway. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Peace out, guys.